Alright guys, here we go. Week number 3 up against Western Kentucky, the third non-conference team on the schedule. I mean, we all know that the season has been up and down. We've been barely winning games, bringing them down to the last minute. But I think this game we can kind of put our foot down, let them know that South Alabama is on the map. And here you go, you can see the defense performing phenomenally this year. Average rushing yards 65, but we've been kind of getting lit up in the passing game. And, you know, we're averaging a sack, interception a game. It's not bad. I think we're doing pretty good. Alright, let's kick this off. Alright guys, here we go. First drive of the game, South Alabama comes trotting out. Ross Metheny in the shotgun. Gonna go here. It's a run play. Keeps it. And he's able to pick up a good 9 yards to start the game off. 5 touchdowns so far in the game passing. It's pretty good. He struggled early in the season against FCS West. I mean, we all remember that horrible performance. But he's slowly picking it up. Picks up the first down. Jay Jones. Jay Jones also someone else who had a rough start, but I think he's beginning to prove himself. Kendall Houston, who showed a lot of potential, kind of like died out. And there's a sack. Ooh, -8. Second and 18. Western Kentucky blowing through the line. Look at number 40 go. Just manhandles number 55, the left tackle. Brings Metheny down hard. Alright, we got to make up that yardage. Try to use Jay Jones here. Takes the handoff. Jukes someone out. Picks up 8. More manageable third down now. 3rd and 8. Now will they convert this? We all know third downs have been a struggle. Thunderbunk drops it. Couldn't pick up the first. 4th and 10. South Alabama trotting back out onto the field. South Alabama's defense keeps the Hilltoppers out of the end zone. Still scoreless here. Halfway through the first quarter. Hands it off to Jones, but he only picks up 4 yards. Looks like he tripped over the end zone, the lineman, I mean, there. 2nd and 6. In the pistol, we're seeing different formations throughout the season so far. Keeps it, pitches it to Houston, but he's met. Picks up 0. 3rd and 6, another third down situation. Now we know this has been a struggle, as I mentioned earlier. Let's see what they do here. Throws it to Jones and he connects. A beautiful pass, right over defender. Picks up 18. Jay Jones putting a stamp on this team. In the I formation, it's a pitch. Pitches it off to Jones, but the defender finds him immediately. Negative yardage play. I feel like we're going to be seeing that defense more and more. We got Lavender in motion over to the right. 2nd and 11. Let's see what they do here. Hands it off to Jones, but another negative yardage play. 3rd and 12. This defense came to play today. 3rd and 12, guys. 3rd and 12. Standing in the shotgun. He runs. Throws it. Dangerous passes. Almost intercepted. Keontae Young. Alright. 3rd drive. Offensively for South Alabama. Still scoreless here. Defense is playing strong. That first quarter's coming to an end. Then he fakes the handoff. He's waiting. He hesitates for some reason. He had someone open, but he takes the sack. 2nd and 14, guys. Then not looking so hot here early in this game. Still in the first quarter. Drops it back and Saxon's wide open. Been waiting to see him in action. Picks up the burst, 16 yards. Took away that sack. Then under center, man in motion. Hands it off to Jones. Looks like if he had gotten that block, he would have gotten more, but he only picks up 3. Big boy fullback, Desmond Jones. 2nd and 7. Play action. He runs away. He's looking. He throws it. Jay Jones wide open. Touchdown saving tackle by the defense. 36 yards through the air by Ross Metheny. Let's go. Making those kind of plays. 1st and goal, guys. Let's go. Oh, man. False start by the line. What a drive killer. Now we're going to get pushed back 5 yards. Come on, guys. Need more discipline than that. Need more discipline. Now, in a much tougher situation. Receiver's bunched over, hands it off to Jones, but he's met 1 yard. 2nd and goal, and that's going to end the first quarter. It's a defensive battle, still scoreless here. Had a few potential big plays, but like I said, defense is having a great game. Now, we need to see some creativity here. Man in motion. Hands it to Jones again. Defender finds him immediately. It's like they saw that coming. We're going to see more and more of those cutscenes, guys. Gotta get used to it. Receiver's bunched over to the right again. Then he drops back. Throws it. Connects with Thunderbunk. The pleasant surprise. 7-yard touchdown. 6-0 South Alabama. You can see the total yardage there. 92 to 19. You'd think South Alabama would have a bigger lead, but they don't. 2 mistakes. Finds Thunderbunk for a 24-yard gain. 1st and 10. Great play to start off the drive. Thunderbunk keeps it on the option. Oh, jukes out a defender. Picks up 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Ross Metheny just showing flashes. If only he was consistent more. Now we're on the 20-yard line. Metheny fakes the pitch. He's looking. Throws it down the field to Jones, who catches it with one hand and taken down at the 10-yard line. Now we're in the opponent red zone. Gotta put up some points, South Alabama. Gotta put up some points. Fakes the handoff, and he's sacked again for 5 yards. 2nd and 15. This defensive line is not playing nice with the offensive line. Now, Metheny is in the shotgun. Hands it off to Jones, who picks up a good 7 yards. 3rd and 7, more manageable. Now, what's South Alabama got to do here? Metheny looking. Throws it to Jones, who falls into the end zone. Another South Alabama touchdown. 8-yard catch by Jay Jones, showing up in this game. So far, Ross Metheny with no mistakes. 12-0 South Alabama. Let's go Jaguars. Alright guys, here we go. The Hilltoppers respond with a touchdown now. 13-7. Still some time to score here late in the 2nd quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. Metheny gets sacked yet again. This defensive line is manhandling this offensive line. 2nd and 17. Difficult situation to be in right now here late in the 2nd quarter. You got to take advantage of this possession. Metheny takes the snap. The pressure's in. He's in the end zone. Just enough to get out before he's taken down for another sack. 3rd and 25. 3rd and impossible, in other words. Hilltoppers defense coming strong. Metheny basically in the end zone. Take another few steps back, and it's going to be a safety. Just gets it off. Throws it down the field to Jones on his fingertips, but couldn't bring it down. 4th and 25. As you can see by the total yardage, the Hilltoppers have topped the Jaguars. We had a total difference of about 80 yards. Now they're ahead by 6. Should just hand it off to end the 2nd quarter here as we go into halftime. That is the first half.
We've played a half of football here. The Jaguars with a 3-point lead.
And now the halftime report. A very rough start to the Jaguars' first half. It was very inconsistent. That was the main problem. They had a good run game to start. Jay Jones and Ross Metheny both using their legs, but the defensive line was living in our backfield. Ross Metheny had no time to throw, and he was very indecisive. He did take too many unnecessary sacks, holding onto the ball for too long instead of just getting rid of it. He had receivers open, but his indecisiveness, as we've seen all season, has been a huge problem. We gave up 4 sacks in just the first half, and we almost gave up a safety. Ross Metheny using his legs, barely getting out of the end zone before he got taken down, late in that 2nd quarter. Now, the great attribute of Ross Metheny is making up for those negative yardage plays. As you can see here, he rolls out, but he keeps his eyes down the field, finding Jay Jones for a massive 36 yards, putting them in scoring range. He hasn't made any mistakes yet so far, throwing for 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But those sacks are what's killing the drives. Thanks to Hilltoppers, that run game for the Jags is non-existent. But thanks to Matheny's arm, this was keeping the Jags up 13-7 going into the second half. Now, I have no doubt they're going to keep passing, but I've always emphasized the run game is so important. Both teams are basically mirroring each other. Let's see who takes that next step and wins out this game. Alright guys, here we go. Starting off the second half. 13-10, South Alabama still up. Now let's see what kind of changes Noah Walker made to this offense. As Matheny hands off the ball to Jones on the halfback draw, picking up 3 yards. Now I know he wants to get that ground game going to take some pressure off of Ross Matheny. They've been so reliant on his arm. He's been coming through, but it's been so difficult. Hands it off to Jay Jones again, picks up 4 yards. Very manageable 3rd down. Now they have to get this converted, or it's going to be a bad start to this drive. Hands it off to Jones, but he stopped just short. 4th and 1. That defense still playing hard. South Alabama trotting back out onto the field. Still 13-10 in this game, late in the 3rd quarter. A little over 3 minutes left to go. And there's a penalty flag. Seems like it's a false start on South Alabama, and it is. 1st and 10. Not a good start to the drive, Jags. Not a good start to the drive. They have the lead, but they could easily lose it. They have to take advantage of these drives. Defense is doing their job. Hands it off to Jones, who looks like he's about to break free, but he picks up 8 yards. Jay Jones becoming more and more reliable throughout the season. Ross Matheny under center. Hands it off to Jones again. Jukes, and he picks up the 1st down. 7 yards. Let's go, Southpaw. Let's go. Alright, so they're slowly establishing that run. On the play action, Ross Matheny throws it to Wes Saxton, but he could not hold on. 2nd and 10. Wes Saxton completely taken out of this game after having a great game against Kentucky. And he hands it off to Jones again. Picks up 5. 3rd and 5. A little over 2 minutes now to go in the 3rd quarter. And he throws it into coverage. Nearly picked off. 4th and 5. The 3rd drive for South Alabama in the 3rd quarter. First 2 drives have been a complete waste, coming up short on both 3rd downs. He hands it off to Jones, and he's breaking free, picks up the first 13-yard gain. Jay Jones stating his dominance here. He's taking some pressure off of Matheny. Then he drops back, connects with Lavender, trucks the defender, picks up 16 into opponent red zone. Total yardage there, very identical. Like I said, these teams have been mirroring each other all game. Then he keeps it, but he's caught immediately, taken down. Kendall Houston lost a lot of hype. Now they're in the Wildcat formation. Houston in motion, but Jones keeps it for himself. And he drops the ball. It's a fumble picked up by Jackson. He trips and caught by Jay Jones, commits the penalty. Face mask by Jay Jones. Drops it and then commits a penalty. The first mistake by the Jaguars today, and they give it right to the Hilltoppers. South Alabama got the ball back immediately. 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd. This should end the 3rd quarter. Now let's leave on a good note. On the play action, and he's sacked again for 5 yards. What a bad way to end the 3rd quarter. Brett Harrington tearing it up. This is a game very similar to how it went against the Kentucky Wildcats. Neither team able to score in the 3rd here, but who will score in the 4th? Because both teams are struggling. Jay Jones picks up 5, 3rd and 10. Now if the Hilltoppers score, it puts South Alabama in a difficult situation because they've been struggling all game so far, unable to move against the defense. But he connects with Lavender here, picks up the 1st and more. 1st and 10. Matheny in the shotgun. And with the play action, throws it deep down the field, caught by Glover. And he rolls over the defender, 31 yards, and into the opponent red zone at the 5-yard line. What a play. Ross Matheny If only we had a little more of that in the third quarter. Man in motion. And then he drops back. Wes Saxton wide open. Catches his first touchdown of the game. Wes Saxton, 8-yard touchdown. 19-10, South Alabama. Alright, the Hilltoppers unable to respond. We're up 10 points. Still a lot of football to play though. He hands it off to Jones. Jukes out a defender. Juking all day. Picks up 7. 2nd and 3. Metheny under center in the I formation. Hands it off to Jones. Picks up the first down. 10-yard rush by Jay Jones. That's right, southpaw flex. 20 carries for 85 yards. 12 first downs. And they got to replicate what they did on the last drive. Metheny keeps it for himself. Slides. 2nd and 3. 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth. South Alabama with a 10-point lead. Metheny audibles. They have to get Wes Saxton more into this. Metheny audibles again. Must see something. Drops back on the play action. Saxton was wide open, but he throws it to Jones instead. Nearly picked off. 3rd and 3. Bad decision by Ross Metheny. What was that? Glover motion. He hands it off to Glover, but they can't pick up the first down. This looks very, very familiar. But the Jags are going to go for it. 4th and 2. Can they pick up the 2 yards? Lavender motions out to the left. Metheny in the shotgun. What's going to happen? He hands it off to Jones, but he's caught. Could not pick up the first down. Turnover. And the Hilltoppers take advantage of the failed 4th down conversion as they score only down 3 points with 2.5 minutes to go. Metheny hands it off to Houston, picks up 4 yards. Now, it's a tricky situation here. If they don't pick up the first down in this drive, it puts South Alabama into a very difficult situation. 3rd and 3. Hilltoppers take a timeout. Here we go. It's a crucial 3rd down. What's South Alabama going to do? If they pick up the first, most likely going to win this game. Metheny looking, throws it to Lavender, but the defender knocks it out of his hands. 4th and 3. What a play. But the Jaguars defense coming up big as they have all season, keeping the Hilltoppers out of the end zone. 20-17, 57 seconds left to go. Hands it off to Jones, picks up a good 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Now this game pretty much is over, barring any mistakes. Hands it off to Jones. Can't pick up the first, 3rd and 2. Now they're in a tricky situation yet again. They haven't been able to pick up the first downs by the run game. But let's see what they do here. Hands it off to Jones. Picks up the first and more. 10-yard rush. And that should cement the win. What a start to the season by the South Alabama Jaguars, going 3-0 to start the season, all against non-conference opponents. Noah Walker's offense clearly influential to this team as they take the 3rd win at home. The Jaguars, not used to winning, will now make this a winning culture under Noah Walker. Get used to it, Jaguar fans. Get used to it. And just like that, the Jags off to a hot 3-0 start heading into week 4. But let's take a look at what happened in the second half. Jay Jones clearly the go-to back now for this team over Kendall Houston, splitting carries with the other halfback, but now becoming the clear starter as he came up big in crucial situations, picking up first downs, catching the ball out of the backfield, whatever it may be. And he came up picking up that first down to end the game and get the win against Western Kentucky. He did, however, have a really bad moment when he fumbled the ball and then proceeded to have a face mask penalty. Even with Jones' improved playmaking ability, we come up short by giving up sacks and not converting on 3rd downs over and over again. We're forcing the issue by nearly giving the ball up and not staying focused enough in those moments. That was a huge problem in the second half, limiting our playmaking ability. But we made up for it with one good drive in the entire second half, and it came mainly in the passing game. This team cannot stay one-dimensional. It cannot keep up this inconsistency. It's either succeeding in the passing game or the run game, but that's not going to work against the upcoming opponents. The next game is going to be the toughest game for the Jaguars. Stay tuned as the 3-0 South Alabama Jaguars take on the 3-1 Tennessee Volunteers.